Lady Lee can come over here while we're starting. Hey there, beer tubers. Welcome back to Beer Analysis 101 with your host, Maxwell Starr. We are going to be doing an episode on beers we haven't had before. I believe this was originally like Dan's suggestion last week when we were looking for something to do.
Daniel.
Thank you, Dan.
Dan. It's two different Dans.
Yeah, not the good Dan, the Daniel. So like the full Daniel.
Yeah, it's the second episode. He's already surpassed the other Dan as being the good Dan.
That's right. Well, literally everybody's better than Dan.
Better than Dan.
I mean,
all right. So
again, we have a certificate that tells us this.
Yep.
Okay.
I still have mine. It was just
apparently I showed up on this show casually, and there's a deep lore I now have to learn. Is there like
a
read? You know what's going on?
I got news for you. It ain't that fucking deep, Daniel.
Yeah, no. Well, I imagine not. You know,
well, we should get radar.
It's like the same three jokes every week.
Yeah.
I gather. Look at my balls. My beer is better than yours. Also, I'm stupid. And
I have to sit here awkwardly full screen while everybody talks. All right, so okay, tonight we're doing beers we haven't had before. So let's get on to who we got with us. Starting with Mr. Lee. How you doing tonight, Lee?
I'm doing good, Nicholas. How are you?
Not doing too bad. What'd you bring with you tonight?
All right, so. As some people may know, Propeller Brewery here in Nova Scotia, they have a pseudo macro line, like a lot of craft breweries do these days, where it's like, hey, we make an alternative to you buying Budweiser. We'll make something that's like Budweiser but better. We'll make the craft brewed version of a big macro brewery thing. So and usually they also make it like their budget line, right? Yeah. So. In the case of Propeller, it's their prime line of beers, but they just came out with the malt liquor version, prime 10% alcohol by volume.
God.
Oh boy,
that's either going to be amazing or terrible. Yeah, okay.
That's like another test.
Yeah, it's going to be 50-50. We'll see.
Or Fax 10.
Yeah,
interesting.
If it's better than Fax 10, if it's better than Fax 10, I'll be winning. Let's put it that way. But, yeah.
I like Fax 10 and I like Crest. Like I am a dirty beer guzzler.
I mean, if your goal is to get drunk on a budget, it's not a terrible option if it's super cold.
Oh, I know it's funny. They when I went in looking for it today, it wasn't in the usual spot I expected. Like they usually have all the big cans of stuff that's like malt liquor or close to malt liquor. All in one section at the very back of the fucking walk-in cooler, and it's all like single cans and stuff. And that's usually where the unfortunate individuals who wait for the store to open first thing in the morning and walk in there and get their breakfast, basically,
Mm-hmm.
And they hid this in like a small little shelf right next to the shelf that nobody even looks at when they walk into the cooler. They had it hidden there. I had to like look all around the fucking cooler for this shit tonight. So.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think they're trying to dissuade people from, oh, here's another 10% beer you can grab and walk out and get drunk in the morning.
That said, craft brewed macros, craft brewed malt liquor should be a style we do for some of these episodes sometime.
Well, I'm doing it now.
Haven't we done a malt liquor episode?
Yeah, we did.
I think we did.
We've done a couple malt liquor episodes, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I was introduced to Crest then.
There you go.
I think we introduced you to Fax 10.
Yeah. Well, we did Fax 10.
Yeah, I mean, we did an episode.
And then on the side,
actually looks not bad.
A battle between Fax 10 and Crest.
Yep. And I believe he was Team Crest and I was Team Fax.
All right. So we'll let Lee have his moment with the Prime 10. Let's go over to Daniel and see how Daniel's doing tonight. How are you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing all right. It's been a weird few weeks for me, but it's fine. So I decided I'm not going to go too crazy with it. All I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my local grocery store that I go to all the time and find a beer that really I was looking to find a brewery that I'd never had before because that's not too difficult to find around here lately. There are a lot of little startups that just kind of come in and flame out, and they don't make enough of a buzz for me to ever give them a shot. And I ended up buying 2 beers from the same brewery. And I'll let you guys pick which one you want me to drink tonight.
Oh, boy.
This is from Brew Detroit. So this is a contract brewer. They're not based out of Detroit. This is actually brewed in Marshall, Michigan. And apparently this company now owns Dark Horse, which is an amazing brewery, and I didn't know they were no longer independent. And that kind of sucks. But so this is Cerveza del Rey. This is a Mexican style lager. It's at I think it's 4.2% ABV. And they also make this, and again, I've never had either of these. I don't know anything about them. This is the Cloud 19.2 IPA, and it is a hazy. I am not generally a fan of hazy IPAs, but I'm willing to take that bullet if you guys want.
Is it 19.2% alcohol?
No, I would assume not. It is. Well, I think it's 19.2 fluid ounces. I think the
okay.
It's 7% ABV, so nothing
Okay,
crazy.
I said the hazy.
Well,
potentially,
I was going to say the Cerveza.
Yeah, I'm throwing my vote. If I'm potentially going to be torturing myself here, I want Daniel to possibly torture himself. So I'm going to go with the hazy myself.
Okay, fair enough. So that's
Lady?
2 for the hazy.
I think Lady Lee has chosen to abstain. Oh, there's her shadow. She's back.
Cerveza.
Okay.
Right.
So I mean, it's
Is there anyone in the chat that can break this vote?
Well, Beers for Days said cheers. What would you rather see from Daniel, a Cerveza or a hazy IPA? While I sit here drinking a Moosehead.
I mean, we can move on and see if he votes in the next minute or so.
All right, let's
all right.
let's keep.
Just let me know. Just let me know so I can open it. So yeah, go ahead.
You will. You'll have to drink both if not.
I mean, I'm happy to. I could get 2 glasses and do both if you want. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Convey that shit.
Hoovy.
Actually, fuck it. I'll do that. Fine. All right. I'll do that.
All right.
He's convinced.
Encouraging drinking, binge drinking. All right, Greg. How you doing, sir?
Hey, I'm doing all right, Nick. How are you?
Oh, Beers for Days
Here's
is
what
Cerveza, but I think Dan's going to drink both anyway.
Yeah, don't count his vote. Beers for Days is not a good friend of ours anymore. Anyways, I'm doing well. And I have brought, well, I actually have several beers I hadn't tried, but strategically, I didn't bring a stout because I knew I wouldn't get Lady Lee's vote. So instead, but I still wanted to bring something good that'll hopefully bring all the boys to the yard. So I brought from our good friends at Third Moon, and they're not really my good friends because my God, do they charge a lot for some of their high beers, but their high ABV beers are quite good. So coming in at 11.9% is their Hazy Quadruple IPA Hideaway. And it's it's one of their Halloween 2025 beers. And it's, of course, as you'd expect from them, it comes, and this is why the beers are expensive, because they all have badass can art, and you're probably paying for that. But yeah, it's, that's that. I'm looking forward to that. Even though it is a hazy, but I like high ABV hazies.
Jeez, that's a big fucking beer.
It's a big boy.
12% hazy. Yeah. That's crazy talk, but
it's so much so they call it a quadruple IPA.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's kind of nuts. All right. Thank you, Greg. Let's go over to Lady Lee and see how Lady Lee's doing tonight. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. Give me a second here. I have to yell. Okay, we're good. I'm good. I brought a Wood Brothers.
Okay.
Has no label, as we all know. So my last 3 beers have been from Wood Brothers because I'm trying to clear up my fridge from these beers that I've kept for so long.
Another fridge turd? Is that what we're doing?
Shelf turd?
They're really good. So you can keep telling me whatever. Considering they've been around for a year and they still have lots of flavor, I am particularly happy with the purchase.
It's the fridge. It's great for aging.
Yeah. But it's also nice because it shows the quality of the beer too. They make good beer. So this is a Citra plus Mosaic Sharecrop series. There's no name, but it's a 7% IPA.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no actual. I think it's called. Well, no, I guess technically you could call it Sharecrop Series, but yes, no name. It is an IPA. That is
Nice.
it. And now I am officially done all the beers I bought last year.
Yeah.
Yay!
Finally. All right.
Hey, they've had some really good ones. So fuck all y'all and your hate for me.
Fuck all
There's
y'all.
no hate. What are you talking about?
There's a lot of attitude going on.
Wow.
Old. Even though I won an episode with a fucking random ass
just-
beer I
I
found
think
in
you
the
did, yeah.
Hey, you need to calm down. Just teasing you a little bit. You need to
Excuse
chill
me.
out.
I am the beer boss babe.
You're crashing out. You need to chill down. Just chill. Really chill right now.
You
But
gotta,
can
I think Lee's saying you got to control your hysteria
So,
here.
so can we ask you to calm down, babe, now? Since, I mean,
Yeah.
it's in your name.
Jesus fuck.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's on your name tag. Like, you can't get mad at us for that.
Wow. Alrighty. Thank you, Lady Lee. Let's go over to the next schmuck. Oh, that's me. I get to talk about the beer that I got. So now it's my turn to have a fridge full of beers that are the oldest ones here. I've still got a pile of beers that I picked up over the course of the last summer because I was pretty busy this past summer. I've got a beer that it's from a brewery that I've had numerous beers for. I'm sure you'll understand when I say the brewery's name that it's definitely a beer brewery I've had stuff from before. But this is actually something I've never had, a special release. I'm kind of excited to try, even though I really miss Ashley Sexton because it's a Foder beer.
Oh,
Railways Island Oak Foder beer mixed culture ale. It's kind of a lambic inspired beer, mixed culture conditioned in oak foders. I'll get in more details about what foders and what a foder is afterwards.
You sure
But,
you're qualified to tell us that?
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna have to bullshit it.
Okay.
Okay, so we've already covered the comments here. So the beers for days voted cerveza, but I think we were gonna get to the end to just drink both anyway.
Yeah.
well, maybe I guess Cerveza can be his lead beer or whatever.
Yeah.
however you want to
Yeah,
call
okay,
it.
we can go with that.
Yeah, I've
All
got
right.
them both open. I can talk about them both, but the Cerveza will be the one that I'm officially positing as my choice. So yeah.
All right, let's circle back around. Mr. Lee can tell us. I realize you don't have a history of the beer other than a couple of sips that you had, but tell us about this Prime series from Propeller. You kind of started to talk about it.
Yeah. It's something they just came out with like in the last couple of years, like during COVID years, I think is when they came out with it. You know, great time to introduce new stuff that people can't go to your brewery and get. You know, when a pandemic's happening, but yeah, it was just, you know, they're one of the breweries that's kind of first on any of the trends that go around, you know, because they're like Garrison, they're kind of big enough where they're kind of like regional breweries now. They're kind of like the Sam Adams of fucking Nova Scotia in a way at this point, you know, kind of thing. And you know, a lot of breweries were kind of, hey, you know, budget beers. That's kind of competition for us still. Like, you know, our prices aren't as necessarily as high as like some of the big premium, like, you know, Stella Artois or something like that people buy. So we can compete against them and usually, you know, sell our product. But then you get like, you know, Bush beer or something like that come in, and you know, that shit's super cheap. So you see like craft breweries making, hey, we can make a reasonable, you know, copy of that, but make it craft brewed and make it a little bit better, a little bit more quality, better quality ingredients, you know, smaller batches, and, you know, undercut them and sell it for a lower price. And that's kind of what they did. Good Robot has their budget pack, which I buy frequently. And then there's what was it? What's the brewery's name? Are they Burnside now? I think
Used to be
to be
Spindrift.
Spindrift. I think they're the ones.
It's
They're
Burnside.
the ones who do the Toller beers, the ones with the
Yeah.
the Toller dog on the
Dog on
branding.
front.
Yeah, they did their budget line, and yeah, Propeller just followed suit. You know, kind of made sense for them to do that, I guess. I don't think Garrison really has yet. Garrison's really kind of tumbled into obscurity almost at this point. They're more interested in making like juicy IPAs and like fruit beers and stuff like that. What is that?
Sounds like somebody's doing some sawing.
I can close the window. Sorry, one sec.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, no worries.
I was just wondering. I was just like, is that me or what's going on? Someone
No,
breaking into my house?
I have the door window open so I can keep it cool, but I can.
Okay. But yeah, no. Yeah, that's kind of my knowledge of Prime. Like, they didn't even, they went even so far as to like not even really connect the Prime brand to Propeller as a brewery. They almost just kind of like they do it and kind of don't really call attention to it at all. They just put it out on the market more than anything else, and like, hey, this is cheap beer, buy it. Like they almost like they were afraid that like the stink of it being a craft brewery made cheap beer would maybe turn people off, but I don't know. It seems to be doing okay for them so far. This is their second product in their lineup in the Prime branding. So
Right on. Okay, let's keep on rolling over. Go over to Daniel. And Daniel, I've never heard of Brew Detroit before. Tell us more about the brewery.
So I had no knowledge of them until I literally just saw them on the shelf and went, I've never heard of them. I'm not going to look anything up about them. I'm just going to open them up and try them on camera. I did look up briefly, just, the 10 minutes before I was going to sit down and do this. They are a contract brewery that has since the brand has been sold to another contractor, but that brewing agency has since closed. So there is no agency called Brew Detroit. It's called something else now. But apparently they brew a bunch of contract stuff for, there's been an explosion in kind of small canned beers in Michigan over the course of the last 10 years or so. These, where, it sits on a grocery store shelf, people find it and they like it or whatever. And, since the hobby has declined, it's just been more, they're just brands. They just go out there and it's a thing. So there are a ton of, like 19.2 ounce cans that I've never tried just because there are just so many of them on the market now. I mean, you could just try one every day for years and never get them all, I don't know. Maybe that's a beer tube project for the future, if I ever decide to come back to beer tube. I don't know. Do you want me to kind of display the beer a bit and kind of go with it, or are we are not at that point of reviewing it?
Well, yeah, we do. This round we do. Okay. This round would normally have been our talk about our histories with the beer, and then we'll go around the circle.
Okay.
And
sorry, I'm still getting used to your format. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries. I should have done more to explain it before we go.
No, we're good.
Live.
We're good.
But yeah, we'll do our histories, then we'll shoot the shit for a bit, and then we'll come back and give our final thoughts on the beer.
I'm the unprofessional one here. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Nobody's a professional here. Just ask for Beers for Days.
Terrible host.
Beers for Days is just somehow keeps watching these episodes anyway. So, all right, thank you, Daniel. Let's
guilt him for being our only fan.
Yeah.
Speaking of unprofessional fans, hi Greg.
Hi Nick.
Hi Greg. So tell us more about Third Moon. I know I've had beers from Third Moon before, but you seem to have lucked into a whole bunch of them.
Well, I didn't luck into them. I drove over to the store.
Walked into the store.
I drove over to the store, parked the car in the parking lot, then walked in the store and said, I would like these beers. And they said to me, sure, here is the amount of money they'll cost. I'm like, oh,
a lot.
Okay, here's my credit card. I just found out this year because didn't bother to look it up. I was just looking up, hey, what breweries are in this area? Like it's in Milton. It's a city close to Toronto. And I did some mountain biking there, and it's like, okay, well, what breweries are around there? There's a place called Orange Snail, which they're a middle of the road brewery, but they make some decent stuff. But then I look, I'm like, oh, Third Moon is just like down the street from there. And somehow I haven't known all these years. And I don't like ordering from them because literally everything you order has to be in a 4-pack. So if it's a $10 beer, you got to order 4 of them. You can't just get one. But in the retail store, you can get one. So how convenient. So I've been checking out their stuff. I'll be honest with you. I mean, almost everything they do is hazies. So that kind of, for me, is the problem. So I basically stopped buying any of their single hazies because I bought a whole lot of them. I've probably tried about 10 from them. Don't really care for them for the most part. I'm not really a big hazy guy anyway. Sorry, Dan. but I particularly don't like their single hazies. But whatever the fuck they do, suddenly when you get into their double, triple, and in this case quadruple hazies, suddenly they're like really delicious. I guess they maybe balance them out or something. But so I basically go in there and I'm just like, yeah, give me all your imperial stuff, your imperial stouts and your imperial hazies and all that shit. That stuff's good. Everything else, they make a lot of slushies too. No, thank you, good sir. So that's my history with them. I don't know. I've maybe had 30-ish beers, and I mean they're very much, even though they're in the middle of a freaking like basically warehouse parking lot in Milton, they still charge like Bellwood's prices, possibly even more than Bellwood's prices. So yeah, they're definitely on the high end of the expensive scale. So are they worth it? Probably not, but considering what else is out there. But if you like high ABV beers, they make some good stuff.
You're worth it, Greg.
Am I though? Am I? Would you pay top dollar for me?
I would pay top dollar of the dollars that I have right now.
Oh, well, that's
And your
That
kind
could
of a
be
bad.
a lot of dollars or very few.
Very few.
Yeah,
It's a
I mean, you can't argue that with Greg. We got what we paid for, at least.
So
Yeah.
hey, listen, you get to hang out with Agnes if you get to hang out with me. Plus, I have a pool, so listen, I have no problem stacking the deck.
That's right. I've rented his wife for an afternoon one time when I was visiting.
That's true. She went to a nerdy camera show with Nick, and they bought like
Yeah,
vintage cameras
I
or
want to
something.
explain that a little bit more than just I rented his wife. You know?
Hey, I think I got that completely 100% accurate, and I'm fine with it.
Mhm.
Well,
No
we got to
funny
pay the mortgage somehow.
It's like,
Well, actually, that
um,
I think I said I wanted. There was a camera show I wouldn't mind going to, and Agnes took me there. So it's just okay. And
Yeah,
I got to hang out with
Ramsey,
Agnes
like,
the entire
no.
afternoon.
No,
For
I
me,
don't wanna
usually
go.
people's wives do
Oh.
not need to be rented; they just come willingly. So
It was a joke. So like,
Wow,
geez, how great have you?
wow. You know, it's the second episode. He's already insulting the host of the show. He's going to fit in, right? He's going to fit in
Yeah.
perfectly.
yeah. I mean, really, it's everybody insults the host in this show. All right. Okay. So,
I got the vibe. Sorry, All right, continue, please.
all right. Let's keep on rolling. And Lady Lee, that Wood Brothers Brew, what was it called again?
Dang it, I have to go get the can. I'll be right back. Give me a second.
Well, she said it didn't really have a name. It was just like an IPA in their like whatever.
She said it didn't have the name last time, and it was printed right on the can. She's an unreliable witness.
I mean, I can attest to that. That is true. But yes, it seems like they're a very foo-foo brewery that doesn't like putting names on things.
It's like sometimes they'll have labels, sometimes they won't. So anytime, I don't know. I just feel because they're such a small brewery, like it doesn't matter to have a label because they don't sell the beer in beer stores or liquor stores, and the only people buy it are people who are like local to the area.
Didn't I ask you and Rob and you said yes to this? That basically they're kind of like they're not even a microbrewery. They're like a nano brewery. Like they're so small they just like make millions of batches a year of different things. Pretty much like they just constantly making new beers.
Right.
I think they have like one or two that are signature, but the rest are just different ones. Like even when like trying to find any information on what beers they have available to like purchase is next to impossible. Like sometimes they'll have it on their Instagram, and other times it's like, oh hey, this is the post that was like 8 months ago, and none of those exist anymore.
Yeah.
But,
So like
Something Lee's fridge.
Yeah.
So
Lee's fridge.
To me, that beer sounds like it's really just a series, and you have one with these ingredients in the series, right?
Yeah. So it is a share crop series. It's Citra and Mosaic.
Yeah. So that's no different than, remember for a little while there, like one hop beers were a big thing, like maybe 10 years back or whatever. And it was like, Garrison had their one hop series or whatever for a while. And it's just like.
They were actually making a pretty big run of those.
This one their beers. You were talking about like complaining how your beers were expensive, Greg. These ones were fucking expensive. Like these ones were ridiculous.
What would you pay for the can?
Yeah, what were they?
I don't remember the exact price.
That was kind of the next question I was going to ask you about this brewery. Like you bought these a while ago, but what was the dealio on that purchase? Like, and also why do they stay in the fridge for so long?
Because my plan originally, I bought a bunch and I was gonna try them with Carrie because Carrie wanted to try them, and because I had asked him if he wanted anything, and then I had left before he had responded, so I was like, well, we can share them. And then me being me, who was super fucking busy, just never got around to it. And I was like in between houses for a while too, so these beers were at my other place while I was living here. So that's eventually why they just stayed here. And then I was like, I need to get through these. So I've been getting through these. But
Also
it's not
helps-
anything against them. It's literally just life.
Also helps that Carrie died in the woods recently, so he's not even going to need to drink them. That's fine.
That's why we haven't seen him in a while.
You could definitely pour one out over his body.
Anyways, price wise, I can't remember the exact price, but it was like, I want to say it was like $6 to $8 for a can.
And the cans are the regular size, the 473s, or
yeah, like this is 7%. I think it was like around $8, give or take.
Yeah.
It's a small brewery. It's a really small fucking brewery. Like
that's for like one-off IPAs. That's kind of Toronto pricing. Stuff that's not mass produced is usually around $6-7 for an IPA.
Yeah. So like cans were expensive. But I find their stuff is really good though. Like the quality of their stuff is really good. So I'll obviously not talk about this beer, but in general, everything that I had in the past, I've very much enjoyed. And everything's been like when you go to the brewery, their beers are like very fresh. Like they're very fucking tasty. Like they make good beers.
Well, it seems like they make small batches. And yeah, you're not kidding. Their website kind of sucks.
Yeah, it's garbage. Instagram's better. But even on Instagram, like sometimes they just never update for a while. Like it's literally word of mouth. Like they don't have to do anything. They have 2 breweries, one in Vankleek Hill, one in Glen Robertson. And they're both like at least Vankleek Hill is like in town, but Glen Robertson's on like a dirt road. Like it's right in the country. Like there's farmland for as far as the eye can see. The only way you're getting there is driving. So like as long as if we have buses or I don't even think there's cabs. I think there might be one cab in Alexandria that's like all the surrounding areas. Like yeah.
They seem to have an online store, but unless it's not compatible with an iPad or something, I can't
They've
actually
never
figure out a way.
Anything available for that online store. I have been
I mean, there's a cart and you can create an account, but there's nowhere to actually buy anything.
Yeah.
Sounds like their website's abandoned, is what it sounds like.
Yeah, they tried and then they just gave up with it. But I don't blame them. Like every time I go, they're always busy. They get all their locals. Like
that's all you need. If they're making money, who cares? Yeah.
Like,
I love the websites. I love the websites coming March 2024. Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know why any brewery bothers to have a website in this day and age, other than it to be an online shop and nothing else. Like all the other stuff, frivolous, doesn't matter. At this point.
I do like even if they should have an online shop in this day and age, but I do appreciate even if they don't that a brewery actually has a list of what's available. So hey, if I'm gonna drive over there, I at least know what I can buy.
It would be nice, but like in my experience, so many breweries these days they have websites, but they don't update them nearly enough to keep up with whatever they're doing. Like Propeller does not have this beer on their website, and this beer's been out for like a month or more.
Like they have their Instagram, and I wish they just upgraded their Instagram more because it'd be nice to see. Because every time I go visit, I'm like, oh, I want to see if there's anything interesting, or like see if I can grab anything. And it's always no, I have to drive out, I have to go there, and I have to see what they have. And like again, their cans have no fucking details, so getting information on the beer is like
they're just fucking generic things. I mean, most breweries don't really, smaller breweries especially don't realize the value of actually paying somebody to manage your social media because it's actually quite important.
Well, again,
I'm like, but if they're always busy, if they're at capacity, they're always busy.
If you sell it of everything you have, you're right. You're not wrong. But
yeah, it's just people like me who come from out of town don't get to enjoy it as often, but they don't need to worry about us assholes. Like they literally have
because if you have the wherewithal, if you're going to that brewery anyway, they're going to be engaging you as soon as you walk into the door and asking you, what do you want? What do you like? This might be good for you. And they'll explain it there right to you. Like that's generally what these nano breweries especially do these days. It's like, you got to kind of, that's kind of where you do sell. Like, the most basic of like, come to my stall in the bazaar and buy my wares, gentle foreigner from outside the country, you know.
Barter for rupees and stuff.
Yeah, you know, whatever.
Foreigner from 20 kilometers away.
I'm reminded of a very old albino rhino beer interview, you know, back when he used to do those, like, 15 years ago. He did a one with Bayside Brewing Company, if you remember that one. Now, if you feel like looking up on Google Maps, go ahead. And apparently, like, you know, I remember talking to Chad offline, and he's just like, yeah, their beer is crap. But literally, they're out. It's not an island, but it's basically a crop of land that's literally just all cottage country. And there's only one highway that goes in and out, and literally nowhere else, no other way to get in and out of that area. And they sell everything they make because, you know, it's like, it doesn't matter. It's like when you're the only game in town, it's like you're gonna win.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is honestly, like, that's why I was surprised when I went the first time and I had
Like, yeah, that's basically what it looks like.
Beers was actually really good. Like, it's not like I was expecting this tiny brewery to just go like cut corners, make cheap, whatever. No, they actually make really good stuff. So even though the beers are expensive, I do find them really good. So on average, I haven't had a bad beer from them.
All right.
So
okay. So now I got to follow that up. Thank you, Lily. All right. So now for the guy that nobody wants to hear from, me. Okay.
So not true.
So for LA, I don't really have to introduce him to most of the people here. I don't know if Daniel's ever heard or had any here. They're one of New Brunswick's leading breweries, one of the best breweries that we've got. I don't know who I would compare it to US wise.
Hammond River?
No, not Hammond River. This one here,
do they do mainly sours and things like that?
No, they do a lot of different styles. Most of the stuff that they do are hazy IPAs, but they've kind of been branching out and doing more and more stuff. One of the things that they've been doing a lot more of in the last few years is sour beers. And in this case here, this one, and I'm going to bring the blurb up here to show, was released back in March, and it is they've been planning a foeder beer, and they literally bought the Island Oak foeder. They basically got a foeder handmade by a company called New World Foeders in Prince Edward Island, neighboring province from here. So they actually make foeders and then ship them around the world, which is pretty cool. Made out of oak from Prince Edward Island. And in this case here, it's a Belgian lambic style beer, which they were actually like they actually went out and they bought. You ever heard of a cool ship?
Yep.
Like, yeah, they actually bought one of those cool ships, like a big open tray fermenting kind of vessel, to start making like wild ales and sours. And in this case here, they've got basically an Island Oak foeder to brew this kind of their own answer to alambic in using. I'm not exactly sure what they use for yeasts. I think it says here, beers that inoculated with a new house sour yeast culture and fermented for over a year in a custom oak foeder. Slow aging process allowed this beer to develop a beautiful blah blah blah. I won't get too much in the tasting notes, but and it's also a beer that's good until 2030. So you're talking about good till for like 5 years in the bottle condition. Nice. So it's actually pretty cool. It's neat to see them, and then price wise, this wasn't too bad either. This thing was only like $10 for this like special edition bottle condition bottle, and at least for today's day and age, and that's in Canadian dollars, of course. Yeah, so I did have, and it's funny, I still have the bottle sitting on the floor, of course, because I haven't gone to the bottle return yet. They also made another one called Silence of the Lambics, which was really cool. And but that one's not foeder aged. That was just like aged in French Pinot de Charence puncheon barrels. So it's kind of neat to see them making these sour experiments, and I thought it was kind of cool flipping through the this guy's like foeder project. Guess just like a family-run business in Prince Edward Island, making these oak foeders, nice. Which is really cool. Anyway, yeah. So other than that, I've had lots of Trailway beers over the years. I love Trailway. I've always, I will almost always have like one of their IPAs sitting in my fridge of some sort. But in this case here, it's kind of neat to try a special release. And yeah. Anyway, all right. So we've got a couple of comments here. We got Torgo23, Rob, fancy beer.
Yeah.
Fucking Torgo.
Whose fancy beer we're talking about?
Yours fancy beer.
Wow.
Narrated by Lady Lee. You read that in her voice.
So are you saying you're going to stick him in the back of the fridge for 4 months?
Oh,
Stick something in
year.
there. Anyway.
Thanks very much.
Oh, a year. Okay. Excuse me. I was giving him more credit.
I had that. Yes, it was a year. Wait. Shortly. It was canned on October 17th, 2024. So less than a year.
I wouldn't put it past Lady Lee to have a whole bunch of like men just like frozen in case she ever needs them.
She'd probably keep more women on hand anyway.
Well,
Yeah, I don't think
fair
think
enough.
Lady Lee is ever in a position to need a man. Is kind of
Yeah.
She's a strong, independent woman that doesn't need a man for anything except the penis occasionally.
that was the point I was making there. But
Yeah.
all right.
Even then,
I just made the point more
Yay.
phallic.
He said more than a year. It's less than a year. It is less than a year. It is the 5th right now, and this was canned on the 17th. 17th, so less than a year.
so that's just that's fresh as fuck at this point.
Yeah, it's less
Yeah.
than a year. It's fresh as fuck. At least this one is not drink immediately or drink fresh, drink soon.
It's just
random
like,
cans.
drink whatever.
You already gave us your money. Do whatever you want with it. Hoop it if you want.
We don't care. We don't care where the bodies are buried.
I forgot to
buried,
bring
you
my
know?
chalet sauce. I had chalet sauce again.
Oh, I'd love to see you cuvee that.
Never. I will joke about it, but I'll never do it.
Oh man. Can we just do like a cuvee chalet sauce episode? That'd be great.
No, let's not do that. Thanks.
Unless you want me to throw up.
Could be a fetish for some. Get Nick some more viewers.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, he'll get him kicked off fucking YouTube as well.
They'll lose the other viewers just to gain one.
We'll lose the 2 viewers to gain the 3.
How are we going to gain 3? Explain to me how
There's
we're
going to be at
There's
least
a
3 people
lot of-
out there that.
There's a lot of perverts on YouTube.
Yeah, there's a lot of dudes that be like, oh, this chick's throwing up. Oh yeah, I'm
Right.
tuning in.
They'll be like,
And
I
they have
can't get
remote,
this
for
on
some reason, they have
Instagram.
remote control for their YouTube.
Rob just said do it on the OnlyFans. So Greg,
On-
get your OnlyFans and start puking on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Hey, well, just tell me where the OnlyFans is. I'll give you my credit card number.
Take my money. Sorry,
Take.
shut up. Take my money.
You need money first before they can take it.
I mean, I'm not so much into watching you throw up, but I am really into watching Rob get thrown up on. So take my money.
Did you hear that? You're the one that they want to see.
Yeah.
For the record,
we-
I don't want to see anything done to Rob. He's a beautiful, sweet, innocent child who does not need to be abused for an audience.
Well, I strongly disagree.
That's the narrative I tell myself, so I don't have to watch any of this stuff.
Abuse
That was
him.
a very nice
Do
thing to
it.
say.
Do it.
That's a good amount of money. Is it a good amount of money? I don't know. I don't know how much people pay for that stuff.
the right
The
money.
The right monies.
The right stuff.
For the right content, people will pay really decent money.
Well,
Yeah.
if you're going by the Google price guide, when you look up like restaurants and stuff, that $4 signs there, that's pricey as fuck. That's a lot
Yeah.
of money. Most
So-
of the restaurants I shop at don't go above $2 signs.
Now, the other thing is, I think with OnlyFans, I could be wrong, but I don't think they allow bodily fluids on OnlyFans. So you may have to find a more niche platform.
Really?
They
Yeah,
have
no, the
had
OnlyFans has pretty
rules.
strict guidelines. Yeah, no.
I'm not aware. Like pee is probably acceptable, but I would think poo and vomit would probably not be. that
I think
OnlyFans
you're able to,
acceptable.
you're able to send content though, so
Yeah, people can buy content, but and it's
They can, but I mean, ultimately, I think OnlyFans can still
this is not
check
this is not a place for like 4 white dudes and Lady Lee to discuss the economics of sex work. Can we move on, please? Because I have opinions about this, but I'm not going to express them in this form. All right.
But I need to know this. Does OnlyFans allow pee, poop, and vomit content?
God damn.
I like
That's quality content on Maxwell Star's beer review channel.
Well, the first hit says that OnlyFans does not allow pee content, so it's pretty safe to say they would not allow poo content or vomit content. So
I like Rob's
Wow.
the top
Okay.
shelf. That's why I put the $4 signs.
Top shelf.
Top shelf.
Now, what about chewing on a pineal gland? Do they allow that?
Perineal gland.
Pineal gland.
What is that?
It's a gland in your head that's supposedly I can't remember what it actually regulates, but a lot of like people into woo and stuff. Oh, it's like it's the sixth sense. It's the third eye. It's what you use to.
Yes,
if you've seen the movie From Beyond, his pineal gland is stimulated and comes out of his head on a stalk.
A tiny endocrine gland in the middle of your brain that helps regulate your body's circadian rhythm.
There you go.
I mean, I'm sure if you just like, is it like so on the head? Is it near the surface that you could playfully chew on it?
No, it's behind the skull. Okay.
It would have to break out the skull. They wouldn't allow, because that would be gore content. They wouldn't allow that. If it's something like you could playfully chew on and be like, "Oh, I'm stimulating your head."
If you go with Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, Hunter Thompson made up the idea that they would extract adrenochrome from the pineal gland, and that was the ultimate drug. Now it's totally fictional, although there's plenty of fucking stupid people out there that actually believe it's a real thing these days.
That leads into QAnon, yeah. So
yeah.
Hey, we should talk about beer.
Yeah. We should. I'm almost done, Mike, so I should probably.
All right. Why don't we circle back around? Then we'll.
My 5G chip is vibrating, so let's keep it going.
Yeah. Well, we'll circle back around, then we can work on our German later. Okay, so go ahead, Lee. What this?
All right, I'll let her get her hat on there first before I send it.
Yeah,
tinfoil hat.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I got a nude. Nice.
So nice dark amber beer. It looks like most malt liquors I've seen. Usually they end up being a little bit darker because yes, they're malt liquors. There's more malt in them. They tend to be a little bit darker. This might be one of the best malt liquors I've ever had. Honestly, this is nowhere near Fax 10.
It's not that good. Eh?
It's not one of those fucking super sweet, super alcoholic lagers that barely a lager. Like this tastes like a really beefed up, like slightly, maybe a bit too sweet, but like not too sweet that it's cloying, but a bit too sweet for the style. It tastes like a really beefed up, like Vienna lager or something like that. Like that's what it comes off like.
Interesting.
Like very, very malty. Body's upper light bodied. I wouldn't dare say medium or anything like that. It's still a lager. It's not going to necessarily get that thick, but it's got a lot of good flavor in it. Like I'm really surprised. Like looking at the can and stuff, I'm looking at this like, what is this going to be? Like this is just going to be like an industrial, like fucking PBR malt liquor or something like that, like some kind of thing like that. But no, this is well brewed. It's warming going down, but the alcohol never like is intrusive. It's like I think there's a little bit of that in the sweetness. There's a little bit of the alcohol coming out as well, but not super astringent or anything like that. It's just got enough little bit of dryness in the end to make you want to take another sip. At no point is it like hard to put down. It just tastes like a really beefed up amber beer of some sort within the Vienna lager range, kind of. I'm super
and yet really pale for a Vienna lager. That's interesting.
Yeah, like I'm trying to like think of a style that I can compare it to because it it's definitely a malt liquor, but it just doesn't. It comes off as like the most super well crafted possible malt liquor, where it's just like it's never hard to drink. Like this is really dangerous. Honestly, you could drink like 3 or 4 of these without thinking about it. And at 10%, that's not a good idea. But no, this is really
Hobos
good.
say otherwise.
No, this is really good. I think, you know, style wise, I think it still fits the requirements of a malt liquor. It's a beefed up lager. It's got the alcohol. It's got the warming of the alcohol. It just doesn't have the harsh flavor. And I'm sure there's some people who would advocate that. Part of the experience of a malt liquor is that it should have a harsh flavor and it should be something you drink when you're 20 years old trying to show off or whatever, you know. But no, I think this works as a malt liquor really well. I'd probably put a 9 on it.
Nice.
You know, kind of like sits at the precipice of like, hey, do something like really interesting with it, like something special, and then maybe you get a 10, but at a 9. And my own personal preference. 8.5. I'd say 8.5. I'll definitely be buying this again. Especially, you know, since I'm trying to cut down on the drinking, but you know, I could buy like 2 cans of this and have those in a night and still feel good. And you know, we'll see how I feel when I wake up tomorrow. I doubt it's going to hurt me or anything like that, you know, because it just doesn't have that like, hey, I'm drinking like all these 6.6% like ice beers or whatever the fuck kind of thing. So yeah, no, this is really good. I like it. It's very good.
Nice.
I mean, I generally feel like you're better off drinking like 2 really high ABV beers than you are drinking 4 kind of mid-range ABV beers.
So what was that? It was really good? You liked it?
It was really good, yeah.
You liked it?
I liked it. I did. You're making fun of me now. It's fine.
She can't hear you through her tinfoil hat.
Because he's sure.
Sure.
What am I thinking right now, Lee?
Lee, you just sent me the dick pic. That wasn't meant for me. Here, Lady Lee.
Everybody is assholes. And you wish you could just hang out with all the dogs.
I mean
no lies detected.
Dogs are better than people, and they enjoy assholes too, though.
They're usually their own, you know. It's fine.
No, in our house it's always like a 3-way where each sniffs each other's assholes.
That's kind of this chat. Anyway.
Yeah.
Circle jerk.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Lee. Let's move on to Daniel and see what he thinks of it. First, that Cerveza, and then the hazy IPA if you're drinking it.
Sure. Oh yeah, no, I'm kind of alternating back and forth. I got a little sip of water in between just to make sure my palate's pretty clean.
Let's get some salty crackers and pickles.
I've been doing this for a while. Don't worry, I can judge independently. Yeah. Actually, I think overall both of these are like really well executed for style. I really like the Cerveza del Rey. I actually had a Modelo Especial just before I came on. I was like, oh yeah, let's have a little something just to wet the whistle, right before. And it measures, it's, I think Modelo Especial is one of the best of the, kind of cheap, Mexican cervezas. But this is right up there. Color wise, it's a very pale yellow. It's got a little bit of haze, but it's very, very clear. Flavor wise, it does, there are no off flavors. Sometimes you get an acetaldehyde with these kind of lagers. Nothing here. There are no off flavors. Just, there's nowhere for an off flavor to hide in this. And so that's actually impressive here. That means they've actually executed really well here. I think this can was like $2.25 for the 19.2 ounce. So that's, roughly $10, $11 a 6-pack, which, is, for a locally made beer of this kind is, about what you'd expect. So I don't feel like it was overpriced. I don't know that I would go for it again just because I can get actual Mexican lager and be about as happy. But yeah, it's really well executed. I really like it. Again, very, very clear, very clean. There's a tiny bit of you get a little bit of a fruity note. Like if you really now that it's warming up, you get a little bit of a fruity yeasty note, a little bit of a rose, like just a tad bit, just enough to let you know there's something interesting going on. and then you get a little bit of yeastiness in the flavor. There's a little bit of that, kind of just that stuff, just that little bit of funk going on to give it a little bit of interest. So, as a craft made Mexican lager to style, I mean, I'd call it a 9. I think it's it's well executed. I mean, it's not a 10 just because I would hardly ever give it 10, but personal preference. Would I buy this again? I mean, again, I would if I'm going to drink Mexican lager, I'm going to drink Mexican lager. But I would, you offer this to me, I would definitely drink it again. It's very enjoyable. It's quite nice. I would drink it a little bit warmer than like a ice cold Mexican lager, just because there's a little bit more complexity. And so I don't know. I'll probably give it a 7 or 8, somewhere in there. Let's go 7.5 just to split the difference. Right. And do you want to hear about the hazy or not?
Sure.
So much? Okay.
Sure. Tell us about
Tell us.
So the hazy.
Not that hazy.
Let's so what I noticed on this, and both of these are about 6 months old. I checked the dates while we were chatting. You notice there are a ton of like chunks in this, as opposed to I did check the label, and it does say it's brewed with Mosaic and Hallertau Blanc hops. This is, I don't know, Lee, you probably remember this better than anybody. Me complaining about orange beers constantly back in the day. Mm-hmm. This is definitely an orange beer. It tastes like orange juice to me. To me, the thing that I hate about hazes is if I want an IPA, I want that bitterness. I want that bitterness up front. A nice malty body I also enjoy. There's like this kind of style they call it a Midwest IPA. My favorite beers are the Midwest IPAs. It's like a nice malt balance with a big hop presence. This is like the opposite. It's like we got a ton of malt and we got a ton of like hop flavor, but like with no bitterness whatsoever. And for me, this is like, it's just, I don't know. Like I just hate the style. I'm sorry. It's just not a thing for me. Yeah. I'm happy to drink it. It's fine. It's got alcohol in it. Sure. And it is, for what it is executed perfectly well. You see, it's got this kind of, actually it looks a little bit lighter in the bright light of my light there, but it's got a nice kind of like deep umber kind of color to it. It had more head when it was a little bit fresher. But I got it in this mug, you can see you can see on camera, there are tons of chunks floating around in it. The chunks do add to the flavor. You do get that kind of like, malty kind of yeasty, chunkiness to it. But ultimately it's kind of a one note beer for me. There's not a lot going on, which makes it easy to chug if this is the kind of thing you like, but I just don't like it. So per style, again, I'm going to go 9. I think it's, for what I understand the style to be, this is perfectly well executed. I think maybe it's a little bit chunkier and a little bit less smoothly blended is kind of where you want those like hazies to be, where it's got like this like almost like fluorescent kind of thing that goes on, where it's kind of like little, and this is pretty chunky. Then again, it's also 6 months old, so maybe if I had this like a week from canning, it would be a better experience. So I'm not going to dig it for that, but like for me, am I going to drink this again? No, I'm not, because I don't like the style. So I'm going to give it like I'm going to say like a 5, if I was going to have the style again, if this was offered to me, I would drink it, no problem, but I don't like the style. So it's just not a thing for me. So,
wow.
So yeah, but perfectly acceptable. I mean, these are both very well executed beers in terms of like where I think the technical merits are. I think they're both perfectly well executed. So,
despite the age, it sounds like it held up pretty well.
Yeah, no, it held up. I would like to try it fresher, and I know that about 6 months ago is when the company kind of got sold off, and so that might be part of the issue. I also bought it off a grocery store shelf, like sight unseen, just kind of I'm just gonna grab it and see what's going on. So this is not a fair, review of this beer. I would not, given the opportunity to review this for like a beer tube channel, I would not do this. This is purely for the experience of having it in this format. So,
I'll tell you right now, for personal experience, grocery store rotation is always worse than liquor store rotation.
Yeah.
Well,
Counterpoint though, they're willing to take your money for it. It's a reviewable beer. Simple as that.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, what I find is the grocery stores that I frequent, where I buy all my favorite beers all the time, they always have fresh versions of my beer because I buy it all the time.
Yes.
Any place that I go regularly and buy the same beer, it's always fresh. I found that the liquor store I used to frequent next to my old house before I got divorced always had my favorite beer, and I had it at a special place where they had the 12 packs horizontally as opposed to vertically. So there are more of them on the shelf because I'm going to come and buy them, twice a week.
Nice.
Nice. All right. Thank you, sir. We will move over to the Gregory and see how's that beefcake of a beer drinking.
I'm having delicious Canuck, Nick, and it's
You've already moved on to your second beer because you're
I had to hang on to the rest of this one. First of all, addressing Mr. Daniel, never apologize for hating hazies.
Black Angus.
They're baby beers for terrible people, so never apologize for that. Now getting on to my beer I'm reviewing a hazy. So in general, but referring to Third Moon, by the way, this is I didn't realize this was actually a collaboration with Arpus. Now I had to look that up. That's a brewery in Latvia, and apparently they only ship their beer to the Baltics right now. So I'm not sure where that collaboration came from.
Is this owned by a vampire or something? Is this why this is a Halloween beer?
I mean they do have spooky labels. They clearly have vampire teeth on it, so you might be onto something.
Have you tasted any copper in this? Anything blood-like?
Not in this beer specifically. There's a little bit of copper in their English stout that I had yesterday, and they have a little coffee. Maybe there'll be copper in that one too, and maybe it's not coffee; it's blood.
Are you having a hard time being outside in the sun? Are you craving?
Well, considering there was no sun today, I'll have to get back to you on that one.
I feel bad. It was miserable today.
Yeah, it was quite the windstorm too, as well.
Is Latvia associated with vampires? I always think Romania, right?
Well, they're all the same country to me.
I think all that.
Okay. They all look the same to you.
There's plenty of like Eastern European.
They're like a whole continent apart. Latvia is very near Finland and Sweden. Whereas Romania is like near Turkey. But
Europe, it's so homogenous at this point. Who cares?
Hey, listen, have you ever seen the geography? You ever seen the documentary American Werewolf in London? You know that really it doesn't matter. Like country borders don't matter. There can be a werewolf anywhere.
Werewolves in London.
Probably applies to vampires too, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so I'm trying to drink the rest of this beer. So number one, super dangerous beer. You would, if I handed this to you at a party and just said, drink, enjoy, you'd drink like 4 of them before you fucking realize.
No. I'm going to push back on that. Anything you handed to me at a party, I would question before I drank. So let's.
My question is, did you hand it to me sealed or not as well?
Yes.
Because unsealed, I'm not touching that shit with a 10-foot pole.
Well, let me rephrase that. After Lee has already drank 3 of his malt liquors, then he trusts me a little more, and I hand him this beer.
I don't even think that
works. Bada boom, bada bing, you wind up with Redbeard's finger in your mouth.
Well, that's a you and Redbeard problem. Anyways, even if I handed this to you sealed, but like with the ABV crossed out, and instead of 11.9%, I just crossed out the 1 and I was 1.9% ABV. This is perfect. You can drink like 8 of them and you'll be fine. Yeah, and after you give it to your farm workers, and after maybe 4 of these, you'd realize, this is probably a little boozy, and then you'd probably fall over, shit your pants, and have a good night. You can't tell the alcohol in this. Like, I wouldn't be able to differentiate this. If you just gave this to me, I wouldn't be able to differentiate it alcohol-wise from a 6% IPA. Like, there's really nothing to it alcohol-wise, so... Now, again, as I'm saying with hazies, and this is Third Moon, but hazies in general, even IPAs in general, there's just something about double, triple IPAs that just, other than the awesome fact that they're just higher ABV, they just seem to always be balanced better. And I don't know what it is with this beer. They don't tell you anything about the ingredients or something, but I'm assuming they add a whack load more malt to kind of balance whatever extra bitterness. There's no bitterness to this beer. So, if you want bitterness, there's a bit of hop burn. I'll get to that in a second, but there's no actual bitterness in it. It's an IPA. It's a very juicy, maybe, I don't even know what flavors I get from this. This is like a 5 Alive type thing.
God damn, no.
Maybe some pine. No, I mean in a good way though. Actually,
There's no good way for Five Alive. I'm sorry.
I don't mind. I don't mind Five Alive. Yeah, add some vodka to it. You basically get a hazy IPA. But anyways,
Jesus.
you got a bit of pineapple, but it's like sweet pineapple. Maybe a little grapefruit. I mean, I'm not really picking up a whackload of specific flavors on this. Now they don't mention it, and I don't think it's in here, but I do feel it does taste to me like there's lactose in this, just because it kind of has that lactosiness to it, for lack of a better phrase. I don't think it's actually in here though. They don't list it, and typically they do list when there's lactose on things. But this is actually really good. And again, just something about the way it's balanced. Like there's no real. It's just a very, very smooth drink. There's no real massive flavors one way or the other, which is why I'm having trouble picking anything out. But it just feels like they just did a really good job of just whatever extra hops they added to make it a quadruple IPA, and whatever extra alcohol they did, they balanced it with, I guess, the malt or whatever. And yeah, frankly, it's delicious and smooth.
Do you think they brewed that traditionally as a malt liquor, where like 40% of the malt build is just pure cane sugar, or not so much?
I don't have the slightest idea how they brewed this thing, and I won't pretend to even try to figure out how they did it. But maybe when it's the next turn, I'll look up and see if there's any more information on this beer. Because as you'd expect from me, I've done zero research. But yeah, as it is, I mean, again, I'm hanging on to this last little bit. Now, the only thing I do get, and this is probably because I'm imagining they use fairly fresh hops in this, I do get quite the hop burn. Now, funny enough, when I'm drinking it, I don't notice it. No hop burn. But as soon as I drink this Canuck, my throat is on fire. Like, I really get the hop burn from that. So I'm not sure what's up with that. It's maybe mixing them or something. But that's just a weird observation I made just for no reason whatsoever. But yeah, as it is, this is really, really good. So I have to rate this as a hazy quadruple IPA. How many of those have I had in my life? I don't know if I've had many. I guess I'll throw it against triples as well, because at this point, who cares? It's such an arbitrary line. It's really good. I'm gonna give it a. Have I had a better one than this? I don't know if I have. I'm gonna give it a 10 per style. Maybe I've had a better one, maybe not. This is really good. Personal enjoyment, I'm not quite that high, but it is really good. So I'm just gonna give it a solid 9 for personal enjoyment. I really like this beer, even though it's $10 a can. I would actually buy more of this because it is really, really good.
Is it really good?
It is really good. If you don't like hazies, you might still like this one. If you hate hazies, you may still like this one. If you want bitter, if you want specific bitter in an IPA, if you want a West Coast IPA, well, as the name might suggest, you're not getting it. You're not going to get that bitterness of a West Coast. And I love my West Coast IPAs. They are better than hazies, and that's an objective fact. But for what this is actually really, really good. And I would really, really good. Really, really good. I'm going to say that a bunch of times.
Really, really, really good.
And I'm going to finish this. Now, it does, in case anyone's wondering, I was pretty careful not to pour it in, but there definitely is the semen at the bottom of the can. Hold on. Let's see how much. Not as much as some other beers I've had, but let's see if we can get that.
Oh yeah,
Snots.
That's not that bad.
Boogers.
I think I see a chicken foot sticking out of that.
Greg and the dregs.
Yeah, it's not exactly the best.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what? You know what? By dreg standards, by dregs.
Greg dregs.
Listen, this is a 12% kick in my ass. It's actually not even that bad by the dredge standards. But yeah, we're gonna go back to this Canuck where we are going to drain pour the rest of this semen that's in here, and we're gonna move on and hear what I think it's Lady Lee thinks about her beer. Cheers.
You should add the rest of those dregs to your Canuck.
Ew, no, ew, no, ew, no, ew, no,
Do it. Come on, Greg.
Fuck you, Nick. I'm not going to do it. Lady Lee talked me out of it because she's smarter than you.
Damn it. Right. Okay, so
at least in some weird way, she doesn't want to see me tortured as much as you do.
Yeah, that's
So-
very off her game. at this point. I
So
don't know what's
my
going on.
conspiracy to manipulate Greg has been foiled. Speaking of foil, let's go over to tinfoil hat Lee. Oh,
Oh,
Let's see.
un gato
Oh,
bonito.
Ungato.
Holy shit, Angels in Blackface.
Ungato Negro. Isn't that the movie by Lucio Fulci?
Yeah, sure it is.
He did the black. He did the black cat.
Yeah, we
One
watched
of
El,
many.
El Gato Negro. El Gato Negro.
Ungato
El Gato
Negro.
Negro.
This is a
We had
good
a cat
movie.
actually comfy, but
You just sounded very Italian there, Lee. It's fine. But, you know.
Arrivederci, El Gato Negro. I could have been right next to Brad Pitt in Inglorious
Yeah,
Bastards.
sounding Italian is
No.
speaking Spanish while doing this. Is
Yes.
El Gato Negro. Yes.
Oh shit, there's Angel.
No, it's not Angel.
Oh,
Angel.
Lady Lee, you're making me
Another
want to
kitty.
get a cat now.
That's my kitty.
I mean, basically like a single divorced guy getting a cat, that's like 101. You got to do
there's a
that.
cat
Yeah,
somewhere,
I'm just
but he's
just
not
I'm just
friendly right now around these two cats.
I'm just in a small apartment right now, and I don't know that I fuck. I'm gonna get a cat. It's totally gonna be a thing. It's fine.
Cats don't need a lot of
cat. You
space.
don't need a lot of space.
Also, once you get a cat and realize that they're terrible, just get a dog because they're awesome.
This
No,
cat-
cats.
so
Cat.
the first
Cats
cat that I
son muy
showed you,
mujer than perros.
Muy gato.
the first
Muy
cat that I
gato.
showed you, Sevatar, he
Mhm.
has this obsession with being under the blankets. So I'll be watching TV or I'll be in bed, and he'll just lay and he'll like rub his head on the
Aw.
sheets and be like, come on, let me in. And I lift him up, and then he like crawls under and he like either colors my leg or cuddles by me. Bolter is more like lays beside you, like hangs out. He's like, no, I don't need that shit. And Angel just like lays right here. She's just like right on my chest.
I mean, Angel's probably the smartest of the bunch.
Angel
I've done it as well, but Seth likes to be under the blankets.
Angel is the attention whore.
Bella likes to be under the blankets. She'll like wake me up several times because she wants to get under the blankets again. I'm like, why the fuck did you get up to pee? Come back in. So Bella weighs 90 pounds, so it's a little bit bigger than a cat.
Bruce is my boy. Bruce is my baby.
Bruce is recovering from his surgery. He's doing well. He's acting like he's already jumping on the couch, even though he's not supposed to, but he found a way to. Fucking asshole.
He's my big baby.
I'm like, you fucking asshole. I don't want to pay for another leg operation.
Yeah, let's give your ALC or ACL a bit of fucking rest.
Yeah. Well, statistically speaking, he's probably going to fuck up his other one on his other leg. So I'm like, can you at least let one heal before you fuck up the other one? Jesus.
Or you need another $6,000 operation.
Yeah, if I'm lucky. By then, it'll probably be an $8,000 operation.
No,
My last dog, it was a $4,000 operation. Fucking inflation.
Angel's exploring now, but she won't come here, so we won't be able to see Angel. Anyways, beer. Talking
Not
about
a team player.
We are beering it up. So my beer. It's funny because everyone was talking about like the sediment and stuff. I'm like, this beer was bad. This beer was really bad, especially since it was older. I think it just got worse. It didn't taste off or anything, so that's good. I was a little worried about that when I poured it, but I actually had to pour it through like a sifter thing because I was like, there's too much sediment this time. I can't do it.
Wow.
There's like a big chunk that came out, and I was like, oh no, I cannot do it. I'd rather just clear it all out and drink it. Like, it doesn't bother me that it's there. It's just I don't want to drink it. That's it. It was too big of a
You
chunk.
just leave the last couple of centimeters and just.
It was
be done
just
with
too
it,
big of a. It was like mentally, it was too big of a chunk. Like it was
Yeah,
just.
no.
No,
When the
you
chunk
shouldn't
looks
drink
like one of those deformed fetuses in a jar of formaldehyde that you see at like a freak show, maybe that's the time to stop. You know.
How many of us actually know what that looks like? My goodness.
Oh, you didn't take health class in the United States and Alabama in the
Crazy,
1980s and
yeah.
90s.
I can confidently say that I did not.
Anyway, beer.
Here.
Cerveza, por favor.
So this beer is pretty good. Taste wise, it kind of just tastes like a basic IPA to me. So it has that really like piney taste at the beginning. So when you first have it, you get like you just basically taste like you're sucking on pine needles. And then at the end, it tastes like orange peel. So it's really not fruity. It's a lot more bitter. It does have like a little bit of sweetness to it, which kind of like cools down the hop burn because there's not really a hop burn on it at all. But it tastes relatively bitter. Like I was surprised that I was enjoying it as much because usually I'm not like too big of a fan of like the bitter IPAs. I like the sweeter ones. What I find interesting about this one is that it's straight up like a basic IPA. There's literally like if I were to give a description of an IPA to somebody, like this is it. It tastes like pine needles and orange peels or citrus peels, I guess you could say. Because it doesn't really taste like orange. It just really tastes like that peel flavor, like that rind.
Yeah,
Piss.
the rind. Yeah, the piss.
Zest.
The rind.
Yeah.
Zest.
Yeah, so it's not at all like an orange flavor. It's literally orange rind. And I think that's kind of like how I was introduced to IPAs, like for description. So to me, this seems like a more like bare bones IPA. Like there's nothing about it that's fancy. There's nothing about it that's out there. Like it's a simple one. And I think it's done really well just because since there is a lot of bitter flavors, like you would expect a little bit more of a burn. But I find that like the mouth feels really nice. Or the mouth feel is very nice. Sensational mouth feel. And
But
You
that on your
almost made me
resume.
do a spit take. You almost made me
Yeah.
do a spit take.
you're
Yeah.
welcome.
Talk about that in your interview you got coming up.
Yeah, no. That's a Bob's Burgers reference, by the way, for anybody who gets it.
Yes, I do.
I feel it's a Lee Hardy reference now.
Good. I'm so glad somebody got it.
This is a Lee Hardy
Anyway.
reference.
Yeah, it goes down really smooth. Like again, since it's very bitter, but I find bitter beers like I drink them slower because I get that little burn, that too much burn in my mouth, and I don't like it. This one has a little bit in the back of the throat, but nothing crazy, and it drinks very easy. And yeah, again, the can is a little bit older for sure, but like it still packs a lot of flavor. Like I haven't been disappointed from this brewery. Like even flavor wise, this is not usually what I go towards, but I can appreciate what it is because I think it's a solidly done IPA. And yeah, I'm just gonna rate it as an IPA because that's what it says on the can. It says IPA. Oh, super like unfiltered, by the way. Like it's very hazy. But I feel like that's normal for a smaller brewery. Like
Yeah.
why do I do the fancy stuff? Style, I'm gonna rate it pretty high because I think they did it right. Yeah, like it has such a smooth feel. Like when you drink it, like first time you take a sip, it has such a smooth feel on your tongue. Like it just feels really nice. It's a very well crafted beer. I think style, I'm gonna go 9.5. Personal preference gonna be a little bit lower because again, I like the fruitier ones, I like the sweeter ones, I like all the fucking crazy stupid flavors that you put in fucking IPAs. Everything that Lee hates, I love. Like that's basically it. And so I'm gonna go with.
It's true. Lee does not like dick at all.
Excuse me.
What?
She has to yell at a cat.
The cats are yelling at each other.
Thank you for the subtitles for the hard of hearing, Lee.
Sorry, the cats are yelling at each other. I thought I unmuted myself, but I didn't.
Wow.
Hey,
Just throw a rock at them.
it's tempting.
Oh, I have two. Just checking. I have two dogs.
This
Oh,
is
there
just
you
good
go.
practice for her when she gets back in front of a classroom. That's
It's true. Yelling at the kids like cats.
I'm gonna
Meanwhile-
apologize. I am I'm at the particular stage
Okay.
of drunk in which I just want to speak Spanish all the time. Anyway, I'm not gonna do it. But I am not doing the thing that is most natural to me, which is to just drop into like complete Spanish right now. So
See,
Oh,
no,
Arnold.
see,
So
no
back-
fighting here.
Arnold.
Yes,
It's
style.
Arnold.
Personal preference. I'm gonna go with 7.5. I do think it's really good, but if someone offered me like another beer with like some flavor in it, I would absolutely take it, especially from this brewery because I've been enjoying their stuff. This is just kind of like that bare bones that I think anyone who likes traditional IPA would probably fucking love this, but me, I like the accoutrements and the extra frilly, whatever makes it clear beer, I will drink it.
Mm.
I'm kind of wondering though if you would actually like this if this was super fresh.
Yeah, I agree. I think if it was fresh, I think you're maybe losing some of that aroma, some of that flavor because it's a year old. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
It's possible, but I think like there's a sweetness to it that kind of takes down the intensity of the pine flavor, because like when you drink it, it's this really nice like feel in your mouth, and you taste that pine needle right away, and then it ends in the back of the tongue as like an orange peel. So it has those flavors, and it has a little tiny bit of sweetness in it. And I think the only reason I like it is because there's that little bit, just to
yeah,
kind
but
of like
90% of what you taste is actually what you smell, and like if it's a year old, then all of that is like completely gone because those compounds just don't exist in that beer now. So I'd be really interested in tasting that fresh. That's anyway, I'm not arguing with you. I'm just saying,
they always make some sort of IPA. So
I'd taste you
think
fresh.
as well, like it wouldn't be this one exactly, but I'm pretty sure there's one that's super similar because it seems like a basic enough beer that they'd probably do it again. Like it's just literally nothing about it is fancy. Like usually they put, if there's extra ingredients, they'll put it down. But I think because it's IPA, they're just went with the basics. Like this is super basic. Because every time I had like any other beers, they usually say it has this in it, this fruit in it, this fruit in it. This one doesn't. This just has the hops in it. So I think they probably would make another one similar to this, or do the same thing and just call it something different, or do use different hops. Either way, it is a good beer. This brewery does good.
Good
I'll
brewery.
Just this down. When you come visit me in Alexandria, we'll go to this brewery.
There we go.
Right.
I'm down for that. Yeah, no, I will take you up on that. You drive me home. That's the answer.
There you go.
You drive yourself home, mister.
I don't think anyone wants to go to Alexandria. Like that's a very big joke.
I wouldn't say
Bay is
that.
small. Alexandria is way smaller, and Glen Robinson's even smaller than that. Unless we want to go to Bose too, we could hit up Bose and this brewery.
Well, I thought that it was closer to Arnprior.
Yeah, like you'd better not go to Arnprior because it's right beside Van Cleek Hill.
Yeah, they're literally like my town, Dalkeith, which is right beside Van Cleek Hill, is further away than Arnprior.
Yes.
Yep.
I mean, it is. I understand geography's hard, but yeah, that's just how it works. It's something about the curvature of the earth and the sun and all that shit.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Even though my drive to Van Cleek Hill is about 10 minutes from my hometown, it is still Arnprior, that is an hour and a half away, is still closer.
I mean, Arnprior is a lot like Chopping Mall. It's like every movie is Chopping Mall and everywhere's right beside Arnprior. It's just how it works. Despite having a weird degree in it, I don't understand geography, but it just somehow it works that way.
I'm here to peer review that for you, Greg. I agree. It checks out.
It's a fact.
There we go.
Of life.
There we go.
Arnprior is literally the closest town to Van Cleek Hill. It is.
Mm-hmm.
That is it.
It's the closest town to everywhere, to be honest. Like it's just like kind of this weird. You think Toronto's the center of the universe? No, it's actually Arnprior.
Well, I'm sure Daniel really enjoys and appreciates this geography lesson, and I'm sure Nick enjoys it even more, where he's just stewing right now because he wants to talk about his fucking beer. So
yeah, he wants to finish his beer and say "fuck you guys."
I gave my review.
That was me. I always come last.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
you set up the show that way, so shut the fuck up. And
I mean, Nick, you're like the guest of honor at a bukkake party.
I actually think coming last is courtesy that you
It actually is a good quality to have.
I gotta let the lady come first.
I always let the lady come first. It's just a thing, you know.
Fourth tonight, right? Yeah, she came fourth tonight.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, Greg had to come before Lee.
I always got to come first, then I'm at least happy.
There you
No,
go.
Lee came first.
Wow. Short fuse.
Which is usually not the case with me. So
that was usually the case, though. Lee sneaks in front of me. He's just what he's
an off night for me, I guess, is what's going on.
Yeah.
Quickie.
And Daniel came before Lee, but it's been a while for him.
Wow.
Well,
You're assuming Daniel doesn't have like a fucking lineup of fucking side chicks.
Beer.
I mean, he definitely could.
Where is it? Oh, this said drink fresh. Anyways, doesn't matter.
Alrighty.
Wait, there it is.
We do not need to talk
fun.
about my sex life. It's just not a thing right now. Like, not a conversation you want to have. I'm not having it in public. It's fine.
All right. Wow.
Yours
Getting on a
about it.
over-year-old beer is fun. Okay,
It's fun.
so thank you,
Beer is
thank you,
fun.
La
Laylee.
cerveza is divertida. Sí.
Alrighty, let's bring mine up, and I'm going to go back to talking about the beer that we probably forgot about by now, which is the
I have
Island
not.
Oak.
I am very interested in this beer. Please
The
tell us
sour.
about this beer.
Island
That's a
Oak
sexy
Photo
beer.
Beer mixed seltzer ale from Trailway. Yeah, so I still have about yay much left of it. I've been kind of nursing this to make sure I got some left for the rest of the episode. So yeah, I'm getting this nice little bit of like this grape must, lemony, lemon zest, kind of tannic, mild tartness, slightly resiny, bit of a Brett finish on it, like where like I get that brittle, like bitter sour horse blankety kind of finish. It's light and refreshing though. It's slightly sweet, mostly lemony tart in the taste. Slight hint of I think they're called Smarties in the States, but they're Rockets up here. You got like a little hint of that the light sugar, powdered sugar candy. 6.4% ABV. The alcohol isn't present at all in it. It's pretty well masked. It's mildly sour. It's got a good resiny zest, pithy kind of sour, but it doesn't have that blue cheesy or wild yeast funkiness that you get in a lot of North American made wild ales. And it doesn't have that like kind of that cereal grainy aftertaste you get in like a lot of North American made kettle sours, which is great. I feel like this thing tastes and finishes quite clean. If you were to compare this to a traditional Belgian lambic, it's definitely on the mild side for sourness and tartness. Flavor, it's got it there, but the sourness is light. It's kind of like I don't know how many lambic breweries people are familiar with, but Mort Sabit kind of makes like the Kool-Aid of lambics. Yeah, they're still pretty tasty, but they tend to be sugary. This isn't sugary, but it's kind of like the mild sourness kind of is similar to that. I would say like if you were to compare this to like a Lindemans, which is like one of the most common lambics you can get over here, it's definitely milder than that, but it's got a similar flavor profile, which is pretty good. It's almost kind of tastes almost goose like, but I wouldn't. It's definitely not as tart as a goose, or it's still pretty complex, but I wouldn't call it as complex as like a Lindemans goose would be.
Would you say you have a bunch of like lactobacillus character here, or is it more the like kind of lactic qualities?
Boy, I'm
Sorry,
trying to channel my brain when it comes to lactic qualities.
Yeah, the lactic qualities are more like tart, sour, like kind of the like either the vinegar or lemony kind of things.
Lemony, but I wouldn't call it vinegar.
Okay, but the lactobacillus is more that kind of earthy, like that kind of where it's like coming like that barnyard flavor is kind of.
Yes, okay, the lactobacillus.
Yeah.
Definitely more lactobacillus.
Get that horse blanket in you, boy.
Yeah,
you get that.
Definitely, you get that Brett and Macy's kind of style finish where it's got like that slightly bitter finish like an Orval used to have.
Yeah.
Daniel's pulling out a sour dick.
Cheesy.
Yeah, no, it's what?
Cheesy
I wouldn't call it cheesy, but it's definitely got that kind of like that barnyard kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
Does it taste like
are you getting like a vanilla oak kind of quality to it, like especially in the aroma?
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
those. Yeah. Oh God, I want this beer so bad. This sounds perfect to me. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go back to my ratings then and say that if this is as far as a North American beer calling, it's trying to make a lambic style beer. This is done really incredibly well. If I was to compare this to a lambic style, there's definitely better lambics. This one comes really. I mean, for the style, I'm just going to give it an 8.5. For the overall enjoyment, though, I'm really enjoying the heck out of this, and I'm glad I bought it. It's going to be a 9.
Yep.
All right. Torgo's saying don't cloud the issue with facts. I'm assuming he's responding to Lady Lee on something. Radar's in the chat saying Nick is not mildly sour, he's offensively sour.
Wow.
I mean, he's accurate, yeah.
Yeah.
Is offensively spelled that way in Canada? I don't think that's true.
That's a French Canadian spelling.
Okay.
That's definitely a French radar spelling.
Yeah, I mean Radar's barely a human, but we still like him.
Yeah.
we accept and tolerate him.
I mean,
All right.
he's a line that goes around a screen, and every once in a while hits a blip and goes beep, and
Beep, beep. All right, so let's spin back around the circle and then see, Lee, of all the beers you heard here tonight, which one would you have liked to have tried?
There were two strong contenders tonight, and the first one was Daniel's Cerveza, which is just like he was saying, "Oh, this is up there, good enough to be like in the same discussion as like a fucking Modelo Especial or something like that." It's like, yeah, okay, that sounds really good. Get it in a big can and drink it down. That sounds really good. But I mean, especially Nick describing his beer at the end there, it's just like, okay, it's got to be Nick's beer. Like, just the fact that Trailway is doing something that fucking amazing, especially from this podunk province called New Brunswick that no one cares about.
That'd be kind of condescending. I'm voting for you, but it's because you're such a podunk province.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's full of Frenchmen and hillbillies, so it's a bad combination. But apparently they make great beer sometimes. I mean, I've had some really good beer from fucking New Brunswick. So, I mean, that just the fact they're making, like, they're going out of their way. We got a fucking photo. We're gonna try to do our best, like, lambic-esque beer. And I assume they're probably just using like their own local like wild yeast and stuff. So whatever the terroir
that's what they said.
Of New Brunswick.
That's what a photo is. I mean, it's just whatever's in that corner of that particular room. It's like yeah.
So I used to think New Brunswick germs were yucky, but apparently they sound really tasty. So I want that beer. So I'm voting for Nick. That's
all right.
Well, you don't necessarily need to have it after Nick's backwashed it back into the can. You can have a fresh can.
Oh,
just adds a little extra horse blankety element to it.
Or bottle in this case.
That'll add the blue cheese funk.
Here you go. But yeah, Nick.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Lee. Let's go over to Daniel. Which of all the beers you're here tonight, which one would you like to try?
I mean, this is easy for me. I was onto yours from the first step. And then I was asking questions about the aroma and stuff just to see if it was in my flavor profile. Clearly, you're my favorite. Second would be Lady Lee. I think that beer sounds really good. I would love to try it fresh and not a year old. But again, yours is my favorite. But like, I do want to give like honorable mention to Lady Lee's, which also said,
"Yay, I'll take it."
Would have been third for me. That would have been my third pick.
Out of 4 people.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Daniel.
Basically, you're the second loser, is what he's saying.
Yeah, second last.
All right. Let's keep rolling. Greg, of all the beers you heard tonight, which one?
I mean, mine, but I can't vote for myself. So let's go through this group. Leah's sounds interesting, but I'm not a hobo drinking it under a bridge, so I'll pass. Daniel, I'm not by a pool surrounded by attractive women, so it's no cerveza for me. That's really the only circumstance I really want to drink a cerveza, so you don't get my vote. Lady Lee, again, you're close to it. You are. I want to enjoy your beer. I definitely want to enjoy it a little fresher than you're enjoying it, but yours sounds very interesting. Then I got to think about Nick's. Sorry, Nick, what was your style again? I just want to make sure I get it right.
Lambic.
Yeah, Lambic. So zero fucking chance a Lambic is getting my vote because fuck that style. So my vote goes to Lee. I want the hobo beer.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the most like
backhanded.
Hey, Greg and I sitting under either a bridge or perhaps maybe a ledge of some sort, passing a bottle in a fucking paper bag.
That sounds kind of amazing. I want to make it happen.
Yeah. There you go.
8 a.m. on a Monday. Why not?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go over to Lady Lee. Lady Lee, of all the beers you're here tonight, which one would you like to have tried?
I'm having a hard time deciding because I'd be interested in I'd really be interested in Lee's beer. Cause,
Why did you look so fucking sad saying that?
Oh, because I was thinking about other stuff. Like my brain was processing.
Okay.
She was thinking about the Holocaust.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
Also, I was thinking, offensively, how he wrote it is the archaic way of writing offensively. Just so you guys know.
There we go.
Really?
So it is
Did he?
correct. It's just
Okay.
not the modern version of writing it. It's the non-standard.
I mean, Radar is
I mean,
kind
that
of a-
would be the Radar way.
Radar is kind of a knowledgeable, learned man in his own.
And he's from like the medieval ages, so that makes sense.
True.
My friend, his email back in the day, I don't remember the full thing, but it was archaic, written the archaic way, and I thought that was hilarious.
It's muy interesante. Por supuesto.
Muy interesting.
Anyways, yeah, Lee's beer sounded really interesting. I'd be quite interested in trying another high ABV hobo beer because I quite enjoyed the other two that I had, which makes me seem like a terrible cheap.
I mean,
Wait.
I think we should do a beer mail at some point very soon because not only is that beer from Propeller, but Propeller has. Remember, I sent like a couple of like their like mixed drink kind of things.
Yeah.
Like they have like a shit ton more now. So I should probably just send you like a fucking Propeller
Please
care
do.
package.
I have no money to send anything back, but I will
That's
eventually.
fine. I'll just send you some shit then. That's fine.
Yeah, just send it my way, and then eventually when I do, I'll send you stuff.
I mean, literally, he's gonna send you a turd in a box, but there you go. They'll send you something.
I'm also like super obsessed with cervezas. Every time I have them, I'm just like, oh, I fucking love this kind of beer. Like
I heard you're obsessed with some racist. Did I hear that correctly?
Sort of racist.
Cerveza.
Oh, cervezas. Okay, that changed things.
I'm sorry, I rolled my R's.
Oh, please don't roll your racists.
Cerveza
maybe
no
do, I don't
tiene
know.
un R es no correcto. Pero está bien. Tú no hablas español.
I'll have to say
Cerveza
that is El Gato
Simple
Negro.
cerveza. No,
Bonjour, my
cerveza.
ladies.
No, it's correcto. Yes.
I can kind of decipher Spanish sometimes because it's very close to French, but I'm
Por
sure that
supuesto. Por supuesto.
it's similar. But not
Is simple cerveza. No, cerveza is. Lo siento. I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's
I'm
hilarious.
not like I just like to annoy people by speaking Spanish. It's fine,
Señor.
And my Spanish is not very good. I mean,
You'll be able to understand Bad Bunny then.
well, yeah. Los nativos en español no
Coffee death
entienden Bad Bunny. Es muy difícil por los nativos. Por supuesto, no tiene. No tengo. I don't have a chance. I don't have a chance to understand Bad Bunny.
I'm worried that Daniel's having a stroke or something.
Anyways,
Yo solo hablo español. Ahora,
Okay.
mi amigo.
so next up here also sounds really interesting, but the one that got my attention is actually Greg's beer.
Wow.
It's kind of explaining exactly what I enjoy in an IPA while I was saying what I prefer in the beer I was drinking. So it's like an upgrade of what I'd be drinking. And it's also super high ABV. And I always laugh when I finish one of those beers and I turn in from like, oh, I'm fine to holy fuck, I'm not fine.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
wait, I can't walk anymore. Oh, shit.
So Greg's got my vote. But it was
Yay!
a competition tonight because there was a lot of interesting beers out tonight.
All right. So Greg's got Lady Lee's vote. So it all comes up to me. Who do I think is the most interesting? Okay, so start this out. Mr. Lee's beer sounds interesting. I hope that kind of makes it in New Brunswick. I'd like to try that.
Probably.
Daniel's Cerveza really sounds interesting as well. Lady Lee's beer sounds like it held up pretty well, but I'm almost like a year-old IPA. I'm not really sure.
Just give us like the beer itself and stop with the age. Because if
I mean, it sounds. Are you just saying? I'm saying that I'm ageism on a fucking beer.
Us men like them really young, you know.
There you go. I want them young.
I wouldn't
I
buy
want them
it.
barely out of the foder. Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna go like Greg has my vote, unfortunately, on this one here. So Greg's got that means
Oh, she wants to run away.
Okay, so
Do we have a tie?
yeah, we actually have a tie between me and Greg.
So
So I can't vote for myself.
whoever did not
Rob.
vote for one of us. No, somebody didn't vote
Yeah,
for one of
you-
us. So
Yeah,
you can be
you didn't
tiebreaker.
vote for yourself or me. So
Oh,
it
that's
comes down to the
fair.
audience then.
Oh, okay, yeah, I can't.
Ah, fuck you, Radar.
Yeah.
Oh,
Greg.
Greg wins.
that's
Fuck
the
you,
wrong
Radar.
decision.
In
That's
all
the wrong
honesty-
decision. I'm sorry. That's
Yeah,
that's
Nick's beer should have won this one.
In all
yeah.
honesty,
No, very
I think-
sorry. Yeah, very.
I think
clearly.
Rob
Sorry-
would have
sorry,
voted for
Lee, go
your
ahead.
beer, Nick. Just saying.
Yeah,
He
well,
hates-
but
he hates IPAs.
blame Radar. Unless Rob speaks up in the next few minutes, he probably already tuned out.
No, I've already declared myself the winner.
We've had ties before, have we not? Have we not declared ties before?
I think we have.
I think we've always found some way to do some sort of a tiebreaker or something.
No, I don't think this is going to the 11th inning with a stuck ball.
Yeah, exactly. So fuck. This is gonna go to the 18th inning. We're just gonna keep getting more and more people voting until we break this tie at like 3 a.m.
Is that a lacrosse reference?
Can
Yes,
you
it's
not
a-
see my chat. I can see your chat. We see.
No,
it.
it's a
we see
cricket. It's a cricket
we-
reference.
Rob, but by this point, you should know we take the longest time to get back to the chat and acknowledge what they have to say. So don't worry about it. We'll get.
I see that you said that I have fresher stuff. I don't have fresher stuff from that place.
Oh, hold on. There's
You voted for me.
There is
So
a message.
okay,
No, there's actually a message held for review. It says, it does say I go Nick. So apparently that was Nick.
I feel like it was an inside job here. Who blocked Rob from? I mean, you must have posted too many times.
Hey, I just showed his comment, so I'm fully transparent.
Oh, that's
So
weird.
what do you think? Should we call it a draw then?
Who
Sure,
voted
if we
for-
unless we have another way to break it, sure.
All right, beers for days. Is Ian still in the chat watching? Which one do you like?
Who voted for who? Because did anybody not vote for one of you guys?
Greg
Well,
didn't vote
I
for either
voted
one
for
of us.
Lee, but I can't vote for myself. So
Yeah.
We can wait a minute. Do we have someone who asked what next week's beer is? Hey, Rob, you want to ask what next week's beer is?
Well, that's true. We haven't talked about what next week's beer is going to be.
wow, Rob, you're
And-
being so unprofessional.
He's been.
Well,
They-
Rob
they-
voted. So what are you talking about?
He's probably jet lagged.
Well-
That's the problem.
We're just gonna call it.
They fly
All right.
Rob out to give these speeches that affect humanity, and he can't even ask what next week's beer is. My goodness.
What's the magical beverage theme for
Oh.
next week? And I'm just gonna put Daniel, even though he's not the right Daniel, up here for this.
So imagine him bald and
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot grumpier, and possibly
We-
fucking abysmal.
Mr.
I'm
Dan.
almost never grumpy these days, despite the fact of my general living situation. I
And listen,
find
Yeah.
positivity.
the more time you and I spend on they must be aroused on site, well, I'll definitely make you grumpy again by hating everything you like.
dude, you have no idea. It's fine. Like you are a mosquito to me. It's fine. We get it.
All right,
All right,
I'm,
saying that the whole time.
I'm just saying, Gladiator's way better than Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Oh, there you go. Beers for days.
Ah, terrible.
Yeah.
Woo! I'm unfriending you on Untapped or whatever I have you on. Fuck you.
Alrighty, thank you, Beers for Days. Yes. Alrighty, so that little pointless victory.
Next week's beer.
Let's
Next
just go
week's
ahead
beer
and-
is because this week was like Mr. Western Canadian beer reviewer, aka the other Dan, the one that everybody's literally better than, guilted us into remembering we forgot his birthday last week. So we're gonna do a something.
Well, his
Dan
birthday was
Crocker.
this week.
His
His
birthday
birthday
was like literally yesterday, dude.
His birthday was yesterday. We were supposed to do an episode on him today, although we forgot, or I forgot, and it's because nobody reminded us because Dan's never on the show anymore.
No. Fuckface was like, oh, it's my birthday. It's like, okay, do you want to do Dan beers? Oh, I'm at the airport. Well, fuck you, Dan. Sorry that you're flying out for your birthday.
Hold on a second. Back up and calm yourself a little bit.
No! I'm getting ABV beers. I will not be calm.
So I'm saying, Len, next week will be fuck you, Dan Beers. How's that?
Let me finish. He said in the chat, he's like, I'm going to be at the airport. And Greg was trying to convince him to drink beers at the airport with us. And unfortunately, the airport is very difficult to get signal. So it's very hard to do anything for that.
Airport Wi-Fi is fucking awful.
After. So Greg is being an asshole.
No, I feel I'm still being accurate.
And an asshole.
I still feel I'm being accurate, though. I can be an accurate asshole. There's no doubt about that.
But anyway, so like next week's going to be Dan themed. So
is next Wednesday?
So
I have no idea what this means.
Next Wednesday's the 12th.
So that's the thing. Like Dan, Nick, explain what Dan's general beer preferences are. So you're like looking for a beer to match his beer preferences.
Dan's big on like I would say like, you know, one-offs, imperial stouts. He's very big into pastry stouts and
pastry stouts, beers. Sweet stuff. Anything that probably Daniel, your diabetes wouldn't agree with, would be a Dan beer. That's typically
like, cut off your foot for.
Yeah, like you might lose your foot for drinking this beer, but you know Dan likes high ABV and he likes sweet as all fuck. That man has. Oh my god, does that man have a sweet tooth?
Lactose heavy as well.
I can do that.
He's also into wrestling and heavy metal. So
yeah, if there's anything, if somehow you can get a beer with Stephanie Valcara's ass on it, you'll win. You'll win. No doubts about it.
How does he feel about bourbon barrel aged stuff?
I'll feel about bourbon barrel.
Oh, you'll get a hand job in the back alley for that.
Okay, well, I already know what beer. I'm gonna pick.
So has a pretty wide.
Bringing a knife to a gunfight, or a gun to a knife fight.
If you bring something that's interesting, I think that's all it is. That's all it is. Like he just likes interesting beers. He likes stuff with like flavor. He likes stuff that has like, personality, like a beer with personality. It can't just be your regular Mills.
Should I reveal what my thought is now, or should we wait till next week?
Keep it a surprise. And I'll give you a hint. He's a baby who doesn't like proper IPA, so don't bring a West Coast IPA. You won't win on that.
Well, you already told me that by telling me that. I don't know.
Yeah, I literally just told you that. That's my secret.
Yeah, he likes beer? Sweet things that are imperial stouts that have like a bunch of sugar in them. Don't bring a really bitter IPA. Well, I know what beer is.
He loves everything with pumpkin in it.
Essentially, Dan really likes beers if he was like a big baby who likes being breastfed by a woman who eats nothing but chocolate all day.
I mean, that actually kind of sounds amazing, to be honest.
Really sounds
I mean, where can I get on this train? That sounds amazing.
Yeah, I know.
By the way, Rob
chocolate lactose titties sounds good.
Rob in the chat going, Wi-Fi here is great in Spain. Then why weren't you on the show?
Yeah, Rob.
Was he on his flight already, or what?
You could have brought a Modelo, or not a Modelo.
You could have totally joined us.
You could have brought like a San Miguel or something and drink it.
Estrella Damm. Estrella Damm. That's España.
There you go, Estrella Damm.
Although he showed a picture a couple days ago. He did a Birra Moretti. It was like, you're not in Italy.
No, Birra Moretti is everywhere in Europe. No, I get that. Yeah. Also, Stella's just everywhere.
Yeah.
It wasn't his beer.
I'm checking.
I found
Radar, shut the fuck up. I liked heavy ABV, and look what happened. You also liked eating lots of junk food and got really fat and had a heart attack.
Wow!
I'm just blaming on the beer, sir.
All right, on that note, I'm going to take this shit offline.
Hey, listen, Radar picked the right beer tonight, so I got to go Team Radar. Smoke another 12-pack. You'll be fine.
He even agrees with me, that too.
Yeah, you picked the wrong beer. All right, so we'll talk to you guys next week. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.